Woo! Good morning, Patriots, and welcome to another episode of the Bald Brad Show. It is officially Friday. We made it through another week of Joey being in office. Praise the Lord. Almost exactly a month out from Donald J. Trump being sworn in as the next president of the United States. We got 5 weeks left. It couldn't come quicker. We got a lot of stuff to cover today, folks. I hope you had a blessed week. Hope we're going to have a great show. I believe we are. I got a great one prepared for you. And, well, let's do this. You got Joey here being sneaky again. And he's been known to do this, right? He's an old guy. He's creepy, sniffs children, walks around the White House naked, has conversations with people that are dead. This guy's clairvoyant. So he's just a freaky deaky dude. Well, he's being sneaky again, like his son. You know how his son like snorts crack cocaine and cheese that's off a dog's ass. Yeah, Joe's being sneaky again. And what do I mean by that? No, I'm not talking about the Biden family corruption, laundering money sneakily. No. He is pulling this maneuver. From the Daily Wire, they have an exclusive here. Biden races to sell off border wall parts before Trump takes office. Now, we've seen pictures of the border wall that's sitting in the desert. And if you all recall, I actually remember last time we talked about it because I said, hey, you know what? Remember when Governor Greg Abbott and Doug Ducey were sitting there trying to build a makeshift border wall out of shipping containers and also like buoys and razor wire and all these things? And the Biden-Harris administration, while they were saying they were trying to secure the border, actually went out and filed lawsuits and had the EPA come out and have them remove all that stuff because they said it wasn't environmentally friendly. Oh, yeah, it was damaging the dirt. It was damaging the desert where there was nothing out there. So they had to remove it. Well, instead of just finishing building the border wall that was already built, you see that wall that's there? Yeah, put that just flat on the ground and just stack them up. That's what's sitting in the desert. And we showed photos of this. And I said, why not just sit there and just finish it? You know what I mean? You got it sitting there. We paid for it. Just build the thing. You know what I mean? Rather than letting it just collect rust and laying in the desert and us paying allegedly. I heard rumors that we were paying rent to have it just sit there because somebody has to sit there and pay for it. It's going to be us. So what is he doing? He's auctioning it off. He's auctioning off the border wall that we paid for. The Biden administration is using its final weeks to haul a massive amount of border wall materials away from the southern border to be sold off in a government auction, an apparent effort to hinder President Trump-elect Donald Trump effort to secure the border. This is sabotage. We said it this week that this dude is trying to sabotage not just the Biden-Harris administration, specifically the Harris campaign, but now the Trump administration. This pisses me off because now you are, before the conversation could have been, he's not all there. Head's not working. Joey not home. Joey don't know what's going on. This is intentional. You could say all the other stuff he did was intentional too, okay? I'm just giving an example here of his brain not working and, you know, him playing that off. You're pulling this stunt now. This pisses me off. Daddy ain't happy. We paid for that, man. I don't understand this. I'm trying to be a good boy today. I don't understand this crap. You leave billions of dollars of military grade equipment that who paid for? We paid for, to a bunch of people that shot and killed Americans for decades. Now, the guy's leaving border wall in the desert and auctioning off for like $5. There you go. Who said that? Brian, God, you genius. This is why we have the chat. This is why we have the community. This is why we have the Patriots. You know what he said? Trump should buy it at auction. Now, I agree, but it's also bullcrap that we even have to buy it back. You know what I mean? Why are we having... We bought the wall, and now we have to sit there and buy the wall again? It's crazy, but I agree. Yeah, Trump should just pull out his wallet like his checkbook like he did with Canada and Justin Trudeau. What am I paying? Let me know. Hey, think about that, right? Wouldn't that be badass if he did that, if Trump showed up to the auction? What do we got here? Give me everything. What do we got? What do we got? Nothing. All right, good. Give me that. Give me all of it. So video obtained exclusively by the Daily Wire from the U.S. Customs and Border agent showed unused sections of border wall being hauled away on the back of a flatbed truck from a section of the border just south of Tucson, a hotspot for illegal crossings during the Biden administration. The agent estimates that up to half a mile per day of unused border wall is being moved. They're taking it from these 3 sections, and who was granted anonymity to speak freely. This individual, a specific border agent, told the Daily Wire. The goal is to move all of it off the border before Christmas. Gee. You know, this isn't just sabotaging the Trump campaign. This is sabotaging Americans, because people's livelihoods are being affected by this. I'm not being an extremist here, an alarmist. Really, people are being murdered. They're being raped. They're being sex trafficked. There's fentanyl pouring across, killing more people in America every year than like Vietnam. It's like 250,000 Americans being killed. We don't know where 500,000 children are. Wait till we get to that one. And then we were told that we were liars, by the way. I was told I was a liar when I said 320,000 children are missing. We don't know where they're at. Oh, that's not real. You actually really believe in that number? Yeah, because it's coming from your own fucking party, you idiot. You know, don't get me going. Trump made clear during the campaign that he intends to finish construction of the border wall, making use of materials that have remained untouched at the border since President Joe Biden took office. See, Donald Trump, sometimes it's not good to open your mouth, because now Joey goes, oh, he's going to use that? Well, I'm just going to slide that over here and sell it off so he can't. So here's this, here's the video here from the Daily Wire. For those on audio, it says it's being taken north to a government auction site where bidding for an entire segment of wall starts at just $5. Look at all that. Look at all this. This is all your money, you guys. All your money and your security and stopping terrorists from coming across the border and stopping sex trafficking, just sitting there in the desert. Yep. This is exactly what the Biden-Harris administration looked like, just lying flat on their face and not having a damn clue how to run anything. They suck. They suck. They're terrible. They're not good. I can barely say anything good about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. This pisses me off. Just sitting there. Yeah, great. You bought it. Giving us a double middle finger. Who cares? You know, it's only pissing me off more the longer it goes. The further it goes, the more upset I'm getting. I told January 20th can't come soon enough. Brad, don't worry about the cursing. We are cursing right along with you. Thank you. I appreciate that. This pisses me off so much. Yeah, thank you. Okay, good. I'm not the only one in here. Thank you, Lord. This is why we got the community of patriots, baby. This is why we are here together. Lord Rikus. If you're feeling my suffering and we're sharing it, hit that like button, because this is pissing me off. So anyways, yeah, they're selling it. And here's the ad. I got the ad for you guys. Can you believe there's an auctioning ad? Here's what it looks like. Look at this. Look at this. There you go. So if you have a wish list, I guess you can add to it. Unbelievable. Crane said of Arizona, Biden is purposefully hamstringing Trump before he takes office. Yes. The Biden administration is well aware they shouldn't have reversed the construction of the border wall. If it's true, they are purposefully, exactly what I've been saying, hamstringing an incoming president. It wouldn't be shocking. Why would they want to see President Trump succeed with policies they aggressively sabotaged? That's exactly what's happening here. When Trump comes back, he wants to start the border wall all over again. The whole entire funding fight is going to happen again. Yeah, but here's the difference. We got all of Congress. We have the House. We have the Senate. We have everything. So if there's a fight, it's between Republicans. And I'm telling you, if people start sitting there going against the will of the American people, which is basically Donald Trump right now, because Donald Trump wants to put Americans first, all hell is going to break loose, because those people aren't going to be reelected. And I will do everything in my power and use my voice to sit there and make sure that we round people up, to make sure that they call their congresswoman, congressman and say, look, you're done. You might as well give up now. Tap out. Tap out. So there's that. Now, we're not done with illegal immigration, but Patriots, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge all of you. I see in the live chat, always greatly appreciate you spending these mornings with me. It's always the regulars. I know all of your names, and it's nice to see you. If you ever want to send me an email, thebaldbradshow@gmail.com. Links in the description. Toss me an email, you guys. I always read them. Even if I don't reply, just know that I do read them. It's just like Q emailed me the other day. I still haven't got back to him, but I did read the email, and I acknowledged it live on air that I did read it. So toss me an email if you guys ever have anything juicy that you want me to cover. Now, Republican governor, or governors rather, pledge to support Trump's deportation agenda. Now, we've seen Tom Homan talk about this deportation. We've seen Donald Trump talk about it. Hell, everyone's talking about it because it's going to be the biggest deportation effort in human history. The last one was Eisenhower, and I think he only did like 5 to 10 million or something like that. And that's me being generous. It was, what was it? Operation Wetback. Now, I'm not trying to be rude. That was literally the name of it. Well, hi, Jimmy Hoffa's in here. It's good to see you, man. I haven't seen Jimmy in a while. Jimmy, I see you in the comment section, but I don't rarely see you in the live chat. So it's good to see you, brother. Well, you have these deportation efforts that Tom Homan's going to be doing. And look, you got to bump up the budget if you're going to do something like this. You got to get more ICE agents out there. You're going to have to utilize local police. And here's the big one. You're going to have to utilize the military. There ain't enough planes out there. We got to start getting these C-747s out there. These huge, these planes, these massive things, and just fly them out. Just put them up, As Republican governors, we stand united in support of President Donald Trump's unwavering commitment to make America safe again by addressing the illegal immigration crisis and deporting illegal immigrants who pose a threat to our communities and national security. Now, here's the thing. Some people are like, well, why are you going to deport the non-criminals? We don't know who they are. I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but I'm also trying to like maybe reach like one Democrat or progressive out there that maybe has somewhat of a red pill moment going, you don't know who all these people are. Some of them have fake information identities that was created by a terrorist organization, according to the CIA, according to Miss Adams of the CIA to be specific, and are living here in the United States with a fake ID here illegally when they are a known terrorist. They've skinned people alive. They beheaded people. I say this all the time. And when you look at a Democrat and you say this to them, they just sit there and go, yeah, but they're just here to make their life better. We got to give them a second chance. They locked people up in cages, you idiot. They drowned them. They lit them on fire alive. You know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with these people? When you sit there, do we have to show them the video of a guy sitting there getting filleted alive and being tortured? Do we have to show them these videos for them to get it through their thick head that these aren't good people and they shouldn't be here? Because if they're willing to do it, some random Joe, they're probably willing to do it to your freaking neighbor or you, your family, your daughter, your son, your aunt, your uncle, grandpa, grandma, doesn't matter who it is. They're idiots. They're idiots. Yeah, it gets me riled up. How dumb do you have to be to sit there and go, yeah, well, they deserve it. Yeah, no, they deserve a second chance. They should be able to come into this country just willy-nilly. Yeah, no, they were murdered. Not a big deal. And so you would go, okay, why don't you fucking house them then? Why don't you house that murderer? All of a sudden the tune changes. All of a sudden can't do it. Sorry, but they deserve a second chance. We're supposed to be generous, right? We're supposed to just bend over backwards for everybody. Oh, terrorist or not? No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, the guy sit there beheaded a bunch of people during the Assad regime. Don't worry about it. Yeah, come on over. It's all good. Kind of pisses me off, man. Because we deal with these. They're walking NPCs. Some of these people are walking NPCs. And because they vote for Joe Biden. They voted for Kamala Harris. She's going to fix everything. She's going to fix the economy and the border. Then why are you selling it off? If you're going to fix it, there's still time. She said she was going to do all these things. There's still time. Look at that. You still have 5 weeks, Kamala and Joe, to do everything you said that you were going to do. Now is the time to do it because you only have 5 weeks to get it done. And it's a shocker. So basically, they bullshitted everybody, including Democrats. And Democrats are still suckling at the Democrat teat. Let that, again, can we just emphasize that whole aspect that they sat there? I'm going to do all these things if I'm the next president of the United States. Both Joe and Kamala, because Donald Trump kicked both their asses. Isn't it astonishing? We're gonna work to fix the border. You could just do it now. You said you wanted to. So now that you don't have another 4 years to do it, you got 5 weeks. You might as well get your ass going and just do it because you wanted to. So you held everybody hostage is what you did, Democrats. You held everybody hostage. You sat there and bullshitted them. You said you're going to do this, that, bada, boom, and you didn't. And now you're selling our border wall. Yeah, a little bit of a rant. I like how Fridays is supposed to be like more mellow. Going off the wall right now. Look, I've always said immigration and the debt is my number 1 and 2 biggest issues. They flip-flop, but they're up there. They're number 1, number 2. That's why it gets me going. It wouldn't get me, look, if we didn't have a border wall and there was none of this massive illegal immigration, people's lives weren't at stake. Hey, you know what? You wouldn't hear from me. If we didn't have massive $36 trillion in debt and we're still sending billions of dollars to everybody with no money. I always love 60 billion to Ukraine. Not a big deal. What do you mean? We don't have $60 billion. We don't have no money. like what? Yeah, no, we're sending 60 billion. No, we're not. No, we're not. If we don't have the money, guess what we pay on that? Guess what we pay on that 60 billion for somebody else? Interest, yes. But don't worry, because Kamala was going to fix you guys, even though she couldn't budget her own campaign, and now her own campaign's in debt. She couldn't even run a small-ass campaign. Can you imagine her running the country? The statement, we're still on it. The statement continued to provide support for Trump's deportation agenda, specifically honing in on illegal aliens who are believed to be engaged in violent criminal, specifically activity. So I guess that's a key word there, because they're all criminals, right? You came here illegally. Republican governors remain fully committed to supporting the Trump administration's efforts to deport dangerous criminals, gang members, and terrorists who are in this country. Why would there be terrorists here? I thought Joe was doing his job. I was told by DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, the nut job. He told Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, MSNDNC, he told Congress, Jim Jordan specifically, that the border's secure. Well, why would there be terrorists here? Huh. It's astonishing that we have to sit there and basically almost get naked at the airport, get papped down, have somebody sit there and grab your balls, grab your tits, massage everywhere, treat you wrongly, scan your whole body, all this bull crap because 9/11 happened, because terrorists, and these people just get to walk through willy-nilly. I don't see anybody patting them down. All the question I see being asked is, who are you going to vote for? Oh, you're going to vote for Democrat? Cool. We got a Greyhound bus ready for you. You like Chicago? You like New York? You like those places? Come on in. Yeah, no. Yeah, we got free housing. Yep. Free. No. Who's paying for it? The Americans are paying for it, you idiot. What are you talking about? Yeah, no. You don't have to worry about anything. Clothing? No, got that covered. Education? No, you get the free too. Legal services? Nope, that's free. Oh, food? No. You actually, where are you coming from again? Oh, no, it's going to be catered to your culture. We got it covered. You got a 3-course meal. By the way, everything I just said there is being offered, and you are paying for it. So you're feeding not only everybody else's family, but including yours. And then you're sitting there wondering, man, the budget's pretty tight this month, Frank. The budget's pretty rough. I don't know how we're going to do it. Yeah, it just feels like we're feeding like a family of 20. Because you are. You literally are feeding a family of 20. That's why. You want to know why things are tight right now? Yeah, because you're feeding everybody else, including your own family. God, man, rent just seems so expensive. Yeah, because you're paying your rent and also somebody else's rent. It's funny how that works out, huh? And Democrats go, they're going to fix it. Yeah, she has it together. So does he. The guy that fucking talks to dead people. Yeah, he's going to fix it. Fucking astonishing. And they're going to sit there and talk to us about Trump. He's a rapist. You're talking about the lady that completely fabricated something about him. Do you know the lady that sat there and fabricated stuff about Donald Trump paints trees in the woods blue? Some of you just spit out your coffee and almost got in a car accident when I said that. I'm not. We covered it. We showed the photos. We showed the video. She lives in the woods. No offense to anybody who lives in the woods. I'm all for it. She's painting the trees and the rocks. I understand when I say this, it sounds crazy, and that's why I'm saying it, because it is. There's no water there. So what she did was she sat there and took blue paint and started brushing and painting all the rocks in the woods. And then she went a step further and got all psychopath and started painting all the trees blue. And we're supposed to believe this person. She's not even hot. Like, she's not hot now. She wasn't hot then. She was never hot. She's not a 10. She's not even a 5. Why would Donald Trump hook up with this chick? You think you're telling me he's going after her in an elevator? Really? Donald Trump, a billionaire? It makes more sense with that one porn star. I don't even remember what her name was. At least she's better looking. That one makes more sense. And even if he did, I'm not saying it's a good thing. The guy's a billionaire. He's a playboy. Why is everybody shocked by this? I'm not saying it's a good thing. Oh my God, he sat there and hooked up with all these women when he's a billionaire. The guy's good looking and he's has his head on straight and he's smart. Wow, all these women want him. Shocker. Now, none of us deal with that in the chat. You know, look, we got a lot of good looking guys in here, but I don't exactly, or none of them, to have like 20, 40 women running after them. Donald Trump does on a daily basis. God, imagine that struggle, dude, having being a guy and having to sit there and fend off hundreds of women all the time that are hot as hell. Look, we're all sinners. All I'm saying is Donald Trump, I'm not giving him a free pass. The guy, you know, is billionaires, playboys, good looking guy, and Donald Trump's smart. Joe Biden's an idiot. Well, we're not done yet with illegal immigration. Eric Adams, Tom Homan agree on plan to deport criminal illegal immigrants. This dude's this guy, like, this is the biggest flip on a dime that I've seen since I heard Joe Biden sat there talking about crap. I keep saying sat there. But when Joe Biden talked during the debate, I'm working on it. Okay. We had a comment that said that I say sit there too much or sat there. I'm working on myself. So during the meeting, I appreciate you guys' criticism. I want to be better. And sometimes, you know, it slips through the cracks. So if there's something I could do better, you guys got to let me know, please. I don't take offense to it. Just let me know. During the meeting, which was held at Gracie Mansion, the official residents of the New York City mayor, Adams and Homan, agreed on the urgency of removing illegal immigrant criminals from America's largest city. This guy's completely flipped on a dime. I mean, this dude was like all against it, and now he's all for it. I mean, is he going to flip Republican? I feel like we have a Republican masquerading as a Democrat.
We have 500,000 children who had sponsors in this country that we can't find.
He just 500,000 children missing.
We can't find them. We don't know if they're doing child labor. We don't know if they're doing sex crimes. We don't know if they're being exploited. 500,000 children. There's a level of hypocrisy that everyone that states they want to protect everyone but innocent individuals who are victims of crimes and children. I want to support and protect children and innocent people that are victims of crime. And those who don't understand that, it's not up to me to try to convince them. I know what my job is, my goal is, and I was clear of that while running and when I became mayor. Safety means everything to me. 500,000 children, we don't know where they are right now in this country. We
Yes, it is 500,000 now. See, the Patriots are always in here, and you guys recall it used to be 320,000. Nice job, Angel. It is now 500,000. Mm-hmm. And you have these nut jobs. Specifically, there's this one guy that was debating Ben Shapiro on these children missing on this. I forgot the name of the show that they do. It's like Lulu or Juju or something. Hell, I can't remember. And sitting there telling him that it wasn't real, that these children aren't missing. This is how far these left have their head just so. It's just, man, it's dark, stinky, but their head is so far up. And here's the thing that really gets me going. You say the obvious to these leftists, right? But it doesn't matter if you're in the public sphere, you guys, if you work in a public job, like you're working with teaching or you're working with hell, I don't know, a politician, if you're a police officer, firefighter, you can't say this, that we should deport criminals because immigration's supposed to be allowed under some people's ideology. What? So we're just supposed to allow all the criminals, murderers, sex traffickers, people raping people. We shouldn't do anything with them. We shouldn't send them back and go to prison in their home country where they're also supposed to be tried for murder right now. And they're basically fleeing to our country so they can hide from not going to jail in their own country. So I shouldn't be allowed to say that because I'm a public person. Let me know if anything I'm saying here is like far off, like it doesn't make sense. I understand I add some energy to it and entertainment. It's a show. It's an entertainment show. But it's like, I don't know how, I think he said it perfect. If you don't understand that, then there's no rationalizing with you. There's no getting through to you until they actually sit there and have the murderer, serial killer, rapist, whatever you want to call it, sitting in their own home and taking that over. It's tiring. I appreciate you guys sitting here and suffering with me through all this crap that Joe Biden's created. I'm praying, man, that Trump fixes it, dude. I'm praying. I can't do another 4 years of this crap. And here's the thing. Here is the thing. Guys, look, we all love Trump for the most part. I'm sure there's a couple of you that didn't vote for him, but you're Republican. I love the guy. Okay? I'm a huge Trumper. I'm going to hold his feet to the fire. I want to be clear. Part of the change of the show is I can't defend Trump on everything, you guys. There's going to be things that he does, and there's going to be things that he does that I don't like. I like and don't like. I just want you to know that I'm going to call out things in the next 4 years that he does that I don't like. I try my best not to be a hypocrite. He gave money to the Iranians when he was president. I didn't like that. And guess what? Joe gave money to the Iranians. I don't like that. So I'm going to be consistent here. And I think it's only fair that we are consistent as well and hold our president to a specific standard. I want to make sure that these deportations happen. I want to make sure that Elon Musk and Vivek cut the crap out of all these government entities. I'll go as far as this. I would love a revamp of Social Security. I have always said you need to sit there and grandfather everybody in that paid Social Security because it's their damn money. And, everybody that's born after a certain date and time, there's no Social Security. You don't pay into it. And then we have to figure out the taxation purposes and moving stuff around because guess what? We got reamed. We got effed. So we're going to get, no matter what you do with Social Security, somebody's going to get effed. Like, by the way, that's, social programs. If you're curious about the budget and what Vivek and Elon have to look at, that's 70% of our budget is social programs. So if you're spending 70% of your budget, that's where all the money's going, then you should probably hone in on that, on the cut, right? That's 70%. It's you have to cut it. It's 3/4 almost of your entire budget. You could throw a dart at it and go, hey, what do you think we're going to cut here? Let's just guess. So I know people don't like to hear when you touch Social Security. I pay into Social Security. I would like my Social Security, but here's the kicker. You're only going to get 70, 80% of it. So they stole 20 or 30 in the future. And you know what Democrats are saying? I'm not even kidding. You know what they're going? Well, at least you get some of it. So wait a minute. You're just going to steal 20 or 30% of my Social Security that I paid into my entire life? And that I could have got 10, 12% return on that, more than what I'm going to get back in Social Security, which is bullshit? I think Social Security is theft, man. I really do. Can you opt out of it? I guess you could find a job that you don't pay Social Security. But you could sit there and make way more money taking that Social Security that you take every month, however much that is. And you could just apply that to a 401k, 403b, IRA, and sit there and make a lot more money than you would ever get from that coming back. Frustrating. Now, let's give you some updates on the drone news here. DHS, FBI released statement about drone sightings in New Jersey. And Americans aren't happy about this, folks. We can cut giving foreign aid to countries that treat us like trash and use the money for Social Security. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. Do you notice that every single person here is rational? Do you see that? If you go through the chat, because I look through it while watching a video or I'm reading, that's why you see me glance over, because the chat's over here on the screen. Yes. You only get 65% back of your earnings. Thank you, Angel. Thank you. It's amazing. You got the best community. Not only is our community, look, we're funny, we're smart as shit. That's the thing. Don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise, because these Democrats will sometimes make you feel like you're stupid because they're so insane that you even start kind of questioning your own rationale. No. Head on straight. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. God. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. Yeah, we're here for the news. We're also here to hang out with each other. So federal authorities released a statement on Thursday about recent drone sightings in New Jersey, which we have talked about a couple times, and everybody's talking about, quite frankly, that have garnered national media attention. The joint statement from the Department of Homeland Security. Oh, fuck, this is going to be good. I haven't read it, but when I know it says DHS and the thumb, he looks like this. This is Alejandro Mayorkas. It's actually a real picture of him. It's a thumb. It's going to be good. You know it's going to be some BS. Here we go. Buckle up. And the FBI, headed by Christopher Wray, also another idiot, and he's leaving, thank God, comes after alleged sightings of large drones flying over New Jersey and other parts of the East Coast. Come on, give me some gold. We have no evidence at this time that the reported drone sightings pose a national security or public safety threat or have a foreign nexus. How can you say that when you don't even know what they are? Yeah, it poses no national security or public safety threat. Don't have a damn clue what these are, where they're from, who's flying them, where they're landing, where they're taking off from. But don't worry, you should just trust us. What an astonishing statement. The FBI, DHS, and other federal partners, in close coordination with the New Jersey State Police, continue to deploy personnel and technology to investigate the situation. So they're going to lead off by telling you nothing to worry about. Don't fear. It's going to be okay. Everything's fine. No public safety threat here. Oh, hey, we're still investigating. We're looking into it. We don't even know what the hell these things are. Lovely. Investigate the situation to confirm whether the reported drone flights are actually drones or are instead manned aircraft or otherwise inaccurate sightings. God, these people are so inept. They're not capable of doing their job. We are supporting local law enforcement in New Jersey with numerous detection methods, but have not corroborated any of the reported visual sightings with electronic detection. To the contrary, upon review of available imagery, it appears that many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft operating lawfully. There are no reported or confirmed drone sightings in any restricted airspace. You're telling me You're telling me all these videos that are being posted, none of them are legit? Here's the thing. Let's just give them the benefit of the doubt for the sake of argument. Okay. They're manned aircraft. They're drones, whatever. Whatever. If the American people feel concerned, if the American people are concerned, if the American people want to know something, you work for us, assholes. You work for us. DHS, FBI. So why don't you go figure it out? Because, us? Paying you? Figure it out. They don't feel safe. Literally the job of the government. Literally the job. The reason why I say it's the job of the government, it's like one of the main functions. Because, look, people do that with government employees, especially like teachers. Like, oh, I pay your salary, so you need to do whatever I say. No, it's not how it works, okay? I'm in with a specific constraint of what I'm supposed to do in my job responsibilities, okay? This is one of their top job responsibilities, to make sure the American people feel safe. There's no national security threat. And you're just coming out going, oh, there's no national security threat, but we don't know what these are. Bunch of idiots up there. I can't wait till they're all gone. Now, again, there's good people in the FBI. There's good people in DHS. I want to be clear, you guys. There's good people there. And we should keep some of these good people. A lot of them need to go. It's gone way too long. It's too bloated. It's too fat. To be clear, they have uncovered no such malicious activity or intent at this stage. That you know, how the hell do you know that? We were talking about them dropping vials into the waters. Like, how do you know they're not gathering surveillance? It's so mind-blowing to me that they think that we're idiots and they just keep coming out with all this stuff. Maybe they aren't doing anything. Maybe it's just some nut job in his basement, 45 years old, still living with his mom, hasn't got his shit together, doesn't have a freaking college education or a job. I threw both those in there because it's okay if you don't have a college education. And just sitting there flying a drone. Look at me, Mom. I'm flying a drone and everyone's scared. Is that possible? Yeah, it is. It is. There could be some idiots out there working together, banding together as a bunch of idiots because they don't have anything better to do and flying drones around. And if that's what they want to do, that's fine. Where the hell is this coming from? Do you guys know what the Oh, I said it. I said, where's this coming from? And it changed it. Well, you have New Jersey homeowners. Americans are pissed. So look at this is what I love about America. Ooh, this is what I love about this country. The government doesn't want to do their job. Guess what we do as Americans, baby? Guess what we do? We take matters into our own hands. And you know what Americans are saying? We're just going to start shooting this shit down ourselves. Don't you get goosebumps when I say that? I do. Because you know what? That's the great thing about this country. We have this thing called the Second Amendment. You don't want to do your damn job? Guess what? We'll do it for you. Yeah, because guess what? At the end of the day, the government needs to realize this shit. At the end of the day, guess who fucking runs the show? The American people do. Democrats and Republicans. At the end of the day, it's our country and you assholes work for us. Politicians, Republicans, Democrats, you work for us. We run the show. You don't want to take the drones down? Guess what? We'll take them down for you. Now, you got to do it over some safe airspace, though. Because you don't want this shit crashing into somebody's house. Because things are huge. People are saying, why can't you shoot them down? We covered it yesterday, really. I mean, these things are massive. They're like the size of cars, okay? That thing coming down hot is a big problem. But we're going to start taking this stuff down ourselves if we have to. Look, if it poses a national security threat, you know, you got to take it down. Now, why don't we throw in the chat, like, what's legal here that we could take these down with? You're not taking it down with the 22 9mm 45. You can't do it. 5.56, you know, you got a pretty good shot at night. I don't think that's taking it down either. Maybe, you know, you got to ring off a few, but I'm not saying a 5.56 can't. I'm just saying, like, you know, you got a pretty good shot. You think's freaking flying. You know, you got to hit it a couple times. Anywho, guy comes out with an RPG that's totally illegal. All right, New Jersey homeowners threaten to take matters into their own hands if government doesn't act. So New Jersey residents frustrated, rightfully so, with a lack of answers regarding dozens of potential drone sightings in the skies above their homes, are threatening to take action on their own if the government doesn't start providing answers. Do it. I'm over here in California. I fully support you. I'll be watching with binoculars. There goes one. Boom. That was cool. What is it? Right? And just start prodding it with a stick. What is it, Jerry? What is it? Is it Chinese? You know, the wife's over talking in his ear. What is it, Frank? Is it Iranian? Well, how do you know? Oh, God damn it, Frank. You don't know shit, right? Like you see those cliche movies. You think you know everything. Right? And then they start bickering, yelling at each other. Anyways. I don't know where it came from that. I'm sorry. So they're going to start shooting this down themselves. You have James Ward, a New Jersey realtor, shared video. I suppose it's a screenshot of it maybe on Facebook that he said showed SUV-sized drones above Island Beach State Park taken Sunday. It's difficult to judge their size in this clip, which showed a number of lights hovering in the sky. Dozens of SUV-sized drones in all directions. Don't worry, guys. It's manned aircraft. Nothing to worry about here. Yeah. No, don't. It's okay. It's just United flying across country. Don't worry. Oh, it's hovering over your house for an hour. No. That's a Boeing 737 Max. Don't worry about it. Yeah. You're idiots. You're not supposed to know. Emerging at the same time and flying over the ocean and then heading in different directions. What do you think? Thank you for laughing. I appreciate that. I'm not here by myself. I thought it was kind of funny. You guys don't talk about those cliche like John Hughes movies or whatever. They all walk out, they're prodding it with a stick, they don't know what it is, and then the wife's bickering the guy's ear, and what is it? And then she asks him what it is. He tells her what he thinks it is, and then she starts ripping him a new one for thinking that he knows what it is. I should write a script. I grew up with the 80s movies, John Hughes, right? The cliche, you know. My household, I felt like was cliche, right? The parents bickering, yelling at each other, but they love each other. They've been together since they were 16 years old, you know, high school sweethearts. But, you know, the cliche, just American household, I feel like is what I kind of lived. Well, Hegseth is here. Excuse me. Give you guys some updates on this. A lot of updates in today's episode, really, from what happened last week and this week. Hegseth spars. My throat. Goodness Lordy. I sound like one of Hunter Biden's women. Oh, God. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. For those who know, Hegseth spares no feelings in quip to media. I don't feel the need to respond to CNN. There is a clip here. And like, he's a ladies' man. Ladies, stop fighting over him in the chat. He's taken, okay. The guy is a veteran, chiseled jaw, basically looks like Superman / mixing with maybe a little bit of Bruce Wayne here. He's taken, ladies, okay. God, you look at this guy, you just, never mind. I gotta be careful here. All right, so here he is.
Do you believe that gay people should be allowed to serve in the military?
Yes.
You said, can you just respond to the CNN report this morning? It was highlighting some of your previous comments saying
I don't feel the need to respond to CNN.
Have a good day, man.
you are comfortable with gay people openly serving in the military.
Did you hear what I said there?
Have a good day, man.
Thank you.
Did you hear what I said there? Oh boy. If you're wondering what I always drink in the mornings, I start to show off with a sip of some really good brew. And no, I'm not talking about alcohol. I'm talking about a coffee. It's a coffee that we drink together usually in the mornings, and that's 1775. So do enjoy the free speech that Rumble is protecting and fighting for. Our show on Rumble, quite frankly, is only possible thanks to our viewers supporting Rumble's platform by purchasing Rumble's products. Most of you drink coffee every day. We're a morning show. A lot of us drink coffee or tea. I know some of you drink water, but coffee is the main source of our energy here. And that's why you have to try Rumble's 1775 coffee. It really is some of the best coffee. And it's the same price as the coffee you buy now. So you're not hurting yourself. You're only getting a better product, but it's way better. Rumble 1775 coffee is free from chemicals, yet rich in flavor. This is because their beans are sourced from high altitude farms in Bolivia, handpicked, roasted weekly at their facility in Miami, and delivered fresh to your doorstep. And as believers in freedom, buying from Rumble helps fight back against woke corporations like Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts. Join the coffee revolution, baby, and brew rebellion with Rumble's 1775 coffee. Go to 1775coffee.com, use code STUDIO, and get a free month supply of their cognitive boosting supplement Limitless when you buy 2 bags of their coffee. Think about it. It's a great deal. It's a crazy deal. And supplement is worth more than the 2 bags of coffee. Go to 1775coffee.com and try their amazing coffee. So great sponsor. Always appreciate them, and might as well give them a nice cheers. Nice little swiggy swig of coffee. Love it. Yeah, I love Pete too. Look, he's not giving up, and Pete can't give up. Really. The reason why is it's more than just him being the sec def. It's gone beyond that now. This is giving a double middle finger to the media, to all these psychos that want to fabricate lies about Pete. These are the same psychos that fabricate lies about Donald Trump. He can't give up, because if he gives up, that gives the deep state the win. This is more than that. He's a symbol. It's the same thing when Donald Trump got shot. It's a symbol at that point. It's a symbol. Pete cannot give up. There's no route in which this man steps down. He must stick with it. So he has a voice. We're all rooting for him. And I think he knows that. Keep praying for him, folks. Keep praying for him. All righty, let's get into a little bit of different news here. If you're living in DC, check this out. This is when we just start boycotting you guys. That's fine. They don't want to do this. That's okay. It says DC food workers now vow Trump officials won't feel welcome when dining out in nation's capital. Good. Let's create a list here of all these that want to sit there and F around, find out. Yeah, you'll go out of business real quick. That's okay. Yeah, act like this. Oh, it's not letting me do it. Come on, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Well, if we can't get it, then we'll find it somewhere else. But basically, there's people acting that you can't dine out. Here we go. Food workers in Washington, D.C. pledged to refuse service and cause other inconveniences for members of the incoming Trump administration when they dine out for our next 4 years. This happened before. It's not the only time this has taken place. If you recall, I remember Sarah Huckabee Sanders having issues with dining out in D.C. Donald Trump's team was having issues back in 2016 through 2018 before they kind of shut everything down because of COVID. Industry veterans, bartenders, and servers in the nation's capital told Washington that resistance to the Republican figures in the progressive city was inevitable and a matter of conscience. You expect the masses to just ignore RFK eating at a restaurant on a Sunday morning after a few mimosas and not to throw a drink in his face. A DC restaurant veteran who is now a manager at the National Democratic Club. Bartenders and servers in the report promised to shun certain officials or employ other small acts of resistance against these figures to take their power back. Okay. Yeah. So this is where we figure out who these restaurants are, and you don't even go there. This person theoretically has the power to take away your rights, but I have the power to make you wait 20 minutes to get your entree, Nancy told the Washington Post. That's fine. Well, you know what I'll do is I'll order that shit and I'll walk right out. So not only do you not get my business, but now you're out money. And you know what? Maybe everybody should do this. Maybe everybody should sit there and go to these restaurants, order a meal, and you know what? Just walk out. You want to sit there? You know what? I will wait. I'll wait 10, 15 minutes. It's not there. I'm out. That's okay. No, now we know. Now we know. If you're a Republican conservative and this happens, just leave. That's okay. Yeah. You just lost a bunch of money. And by the way, no tipping either. Nothing. There's a lot of opportunities for us as workers to feel like we are taking back our power while not necessarily ruining someone's life. Giving them a subtle inconvenience feels like a little bit of a win for us. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? A little bit of an inconvenience? Did you just realize what you assholes did these last 4 years in this country? Are you shitting me right now? You want to talk about inconvenience? How about inflation at 9.1% for one single year? Year over year. How about grocery prices up 25%? How about that for an inconvenience? How about when we told you nut jobs not to vote for Joe Biden because this was going to happen and you didn't listen? How about that for an inconvenience? How about 500,000 children missing as an inconvenience? How about 250,000 Americans dying from fentanyl because the guy you voted for didn't want to do his damn job? How about that for an inconvenience? Are you shitting me right now? You're going to play this crap after what you just did to this country by voting in a guy whose head's not on straight, and you're going to tell me about an inconvenience? God, these people are idiots, man. Am I wrong? Oh, because we inconvenienced you for 4 years, everything ran fucking terribly in this country, and now that Donald Trump wants to come back in and fix everything that we caused the mess for, now we're going to sit there and make your lives a living hell. Where's our retribution then for you causing us a living hell for the last 4 years with everything going on around the globe? Boycott. Nancy said she refused service to certain Trump officials. If her employer tried to force her, she claimed she would quit on the spot. Then good. You know what? If you don't want to do your damn job and support Democrats and Republicans, then maybe you should quit your job. How about that? Look, I'm a Trump supporter. If Joe Biden, and I was working in a restaurant and Joe Biden walked in, guess what I would do? I would serve the guy with the best service I could because I was getting paid by somebody to give the best service I could. This just shows you how some people think, man. That you do not want that person working. Like, you should fire that person just from that, because you know what? You're there to give a service as a servicer. It doesn't matter who you're serving. You should give them the best experience they can because they're giving their hard-earned money to a company or a corporation or a restaurant or whatever it is, and they deserve the best service. Why is it so hard to rationalize? I know some people in here might go, oh, well, I wouldn't. If there was a Democrat that I was serving, I'd screw with them too. Look, I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I'm getting paid to do a job. I'm going to do it well. And I don't care who the person is. If they're sitting in front of me, I will make believe that I love them. I will make believe that they're my sole attention and they deserve the best service. They're giving their hard-earned money to go get a meal. They deserve good service. And I'm tired of these people not giving good service to people. And now you're going to sit here and call out Trump supporters again, like we saw in 2016. That doesn't fly with me. There's power in making it known that you are not comfortable with the situation. And it doesn't necessarily have to be this big dramatic show. It's just little bits of resistance that add up. And it's little bits of resistance that other people will see and hopefully feel empowered to stand on those convictions as well. Some people are just disgusting, man. Disgusting. It's disgusting. It is. What kind of psychopath did, I'm going to give you resistance because you lost the election. What the hell's wrong with you? You work in nothing. Again, some people make like 6 figures working in restaurants. Nothing against working in a restaurant. You have a job to do. Do it well. Doesn't matter who's sitting in front of you. Democrat, Republican, Independent, Green Party, I don't care what. It could be freaking AOC for all. It could be Whoopi Goldberg, and I would still help her. That'd be nice. I'll rip her a new one on the show. I'll be nice. Try to get her food out on time, too. God forbid, man. God forbid. Well, speaking of Whoopi Goldberg, and speaking of food, I can't believe what an astonishing connection I just made here. Host of The View, lose it because RFK Jr. might crack down on Ozempic, mean they're all going to gain weight again. Oh, we're going to be huge again. This is where they're spending their time on. They're freaking out because they're about to lose their diet.
Welcome back. There could be a White House drug war brewing over anti-obesity meds like Ozempic. Health Secretary nominee RFK Jr. has railed against them, claiming America's addicted to drugs and weight loss should come from diet and exercise. But Elon Musk, nominee for the just made up Department of Government Efficiency and the actual real VP, wants to expand, yeah, you heard me, wants to expand access, saying nothing would do more to improve the health, lifespan, and quality of life for Americans than making the drugs affordable for everyone. Now, most Americans agree with Elon Musk, but, the question is, who's the boss going to side with? But I just want to throw this out because the medical cost of adult obesity-related disease in the U.S. range from $147 billion to nearly $210 billion per year. Yeah. So what is the downside of a miracle drug that cuts that much out of the budget? And if someone's doctor examines them, prescribes a medication, shouldn't that be the only metric of healthcare coverage? Why should a numbers cruncher with no medical background have any say in? I don't understand why you want to be in my business.
Well, I understand what she's saying. If it's a product, we don't know the long-term effects of this from my understanding. But what I will say is when you're dealing with certain, and I'm not saying every obesity issue. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not giving you medical advice. I have to say this for legal purposes. I'm giving just what I think. I struggle with weight gain. I can fluctuate up and down really, really fast. Okay. It's all about numbers. If you eat more than you're burning in terms of calories, guess what's going to happen? You're going to gain weight. That's all it is. You just need to figure out your macros, your fats, your carbs, your proteins, and just do it right. That's all you have to do is just fix your diet is like 80% of it. Exercise, you could lose you cut out soda, you're losing like 20, 30 pounds in some cases, depending on how obese you are. You could do it. It's just this right here is stopping you from doing it. And so Ozempic is just masking the problem. It's not actually solving it or fixing it. It seems like it is, but it's just basically duct tape. So that's kind of my problem with a lot of these drugs. It's not fixing the problem, it's masking it. That's what I don't like about it is I would rather advocate for somebody to have overcome obstacles, because when you have to overcome obstacles that aren't necessarily easy, that's going to make for a more resilient human being. In other words, a more resilient American. And those people are going to be a lot better off for it. And they're going to feel accomplished. It gives them purpose in life. And that's something I think a lot of people struggle with, especially with depression, is just finding purpose. All you need to do, it might not be that easy, but that's why you want to try different things in your life. If you're somebody who struggles with purpose, your purpose, it's going to be different from everybody. And sometimes you'll have multiple, sometimes you'll have one, but you have to seek that out. And sometimes a great purpose to start with is your purpose should be starting to just dwell with God. How about that being a starting point for a purpose? If you're struggling finding a direction, start with Jesus, start with God. Read your Bible. Have that be your purpose every single day. My purpose is to gain more knowledge. And when I gain more knowledge about Jesus, Christ, the scriptures, then I'll have more faith. And because I have more knowledge and I have more faith on the scripture that I'm reading and more understanding of it, meaning I'm believing it more, I'm going to have more action. And when you have Christ on your back or behind you, that's supporting you, helping you, whatever it may be, even throwing challenges in your way, and you overcome those things, not only will you be closer with God, you're going to be closer with everybody else around you. You're going to feel better for it, and you're going to feel less depressed, and hopefully you're going to feel better about the very things that are taking place in your life, both mentally, physically, and emotionally. You know, I'm not here giving you a preach or a sermon, but I think that's a good start. And that's what I do with my life. I don't struggle with depression, but I also do a lot of different things to give me purpose. Writing. I love doing the show here. This gives me a purpose every single morning, you guys. I wake up every single morning with the purpose of doing the show. It's not, I'm not complaining. It's easy that I get to sit here and talk, but I mean, it's hard to wake up. I'm not a morning person. I am not a morning person. I'm a person, if you look at me in the morning, I don't talk. So find that purpose, find things that you enjoy. And that way, you know, things will go better. But that's, I'm kind of correlating to what you're saying. It just masks the problem. It doesn't solve it. It doesn't solve it. And I know a lot of people struggle with depression, and it always scares me because I don't want somebody to hurt themselves, if you know what I mean. And there's always, you know, people always say that, oh, you know, there's people here that care about you. It's true. Just because we live on different sides of the country or we're all in a chat together doesn't mean somebody doesn't care about you and wants you to do well. So just want to be clear. Again, it's a Friday episode. We could do things like this, but really, if you struggle with health, you know, you got to work on it. It's not easy. And I'm case in point, man. Like right now, I'm on a cut. If you want to legitimately know what I'm eating, I mean this in all seriousness. I'm eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, mostly. It's the same meal. I'm eating 150 grams of white rice, and I'm eating 150 grams of beef. And the beef has salt and pepper. And I'm cutting. That's what you do. You got to cut. That way I'm getting all my macros and all my proteins, my calories, and I have yogurt and stuff like that. It's healthy. It's clean. Get tofu, you know, mix that in there. And you're going to shed weight really quick. It's going to take a while. It's not fun always, but you could cut it. And that's without you running. You don't have to go for a walk. That will help. You'll cut it a lot quicker. You can lose weight drastically just by fixing your diet. And by the way, you're going to feel stuffed. Eating that much food, because it's so low calorie, you're going to feel full all the time, where there's going to be times where like, I don't want to eat because I'm full. Like there's too much food. So even for me, like all that food, like a full bin of rice and beef, because protein is going to make you feel full and it's going to sit in your stomach longer. And because you have the carbs in there, you're going to have a lot more energy and you're just going to feel better. So if you're somebody that struggles with weight, try that out. Try working with just doing the beef or turkey and ground turkey and rice, and you're going to start shedding it. So I love bland meals. I mix mine up. I'll throw like a little bit of barbecue sauce on it every now and then. You know, I put salt and pepper there, but I like doing, it sounds really weird. I like doing mustard and ketchup, get a little bit of flavor, but you can do different things with the flavoring. You know what I mean? Don't feel like you can't. So anyways, love you guys. That's Friday episode. Appreciate you. Heads up, I'm going to be doing a couple member only videos. So again, I'm going to be clear. I'm going to be doing a couple member videos. I think this weekend. I'm going to do it. So if you want to become a member, it's 99 cents. I'm not kidding. For an entire month, it's 99 cents. Would love for you to join. It's because there's no member only videos, I think on Rumble, I'll have to check. But over on YouTube, I'm gonna be doing some member only. They're gonna pay me to do it, and I could give Franco, you know, we gotta pay Franco the editors, and we're getting hit on YouTube really hard, so I gotta make money some other places to pay for editing. So if you want to become a member, 99 cents, $4.99, but I'm gonna send out a couple videos this weekend. And for members only. So if you're not a member, you don't get to see it. Sorry. Suckers. I'm just kidding. But 99 cents, $4.99. You guys know how it works. Appreciate you. Trojan Horse is up there. How the left is destroying America. It's a great gift option. I just want to make sure it's still going to get out to you before Christmas ends. So let me double check here. Bada bing, bada boom. Here's the pricing. It's gone down 21, less than 14, $8.99 for Kindle. So let's see how many we got paperback. 15. They're still keeping it going. And it delivers before Christmas. You can get it by tomorrow. With that being said, take care of everyone. Have a great, lovely weekend. Hopefully I'll see you guys on the member side of the video. And I'll see you next time here on The Bold Brad Show. Take care, Patriots.